Alright, thanks for coming along tonight, guys. I've been building up to it for a couple of weeks now. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll know that, because I don't shut up about it. But if you're unsure what tonight is about, or who I am, my name's Jason. I've met many of you here tonight, ex-students, current students, people from industry. We've got localists here, some amazing designers and 3D compositors, and all kinds of people coming along. Essentially what happens here is I'm the head of the graphic design department, and we push the use of the Behance network quite a lot on all of our courses. So it's a great network to sort of show off your design work, your photography, your film, your video, everything from fashion and photography. And so it's like your online portfolio that you can connect with people. And I've sort of explained to people that it's like the Facebook for designers. And it's a great way to like work, to follow people, and it's led to jobs around the world for some of our students. And so this is our second time running this event, and it's called the Behance Reviews. And if you want, you can chat about us on Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag Behance Reviews, and you can follow us on those too as well if you like. But essentially what happens tonight is it is supposed to be a really relaxed, really fun chance to talk to some amazing industry professionals about your work. It's not about being the best, it's about asking questions about what does my work look like, what could I do next, what's my next step, and just a chance to not have the pressure of an interview and have someone talk to you about your work with a possibility of a job or not at the end. The way I explain it is it's like Antiques Roadshow, and I've said that about 1,000 times tonight, and everybody nods when I say it, which means you know you all watch Antiques Roadshow. And essentially what happens is you're bringing along your work, and your industry professional is appraising your work, and the rest of you get to sort of stand around and steal ideas from everybody else and go, that's a really cool way of presenting it. Or I never thought about getting the Behance Network app for my iPhone or iPad. And that's what it's about. Ask questions, leave business cards behind, and we've got a couple of scouts here tonight as well. It's the second time we've run it. And so essentially what will happen is it'll run for 60 minutes, and in 2 minutes time we'll start the clock. It's not a super scary countdown or anything. It's just we don't want to take the whole night. Everyone needs their own sort of few minutes to talk to the industry professional. But after the reviews happen and we reach the end of the hour, what I do is I ask the industry guest from each of the different stations, and you can move around the stations as well. They will pick their top portfolio from their own group. This broke down last year. I know Manuel and Josh couldn't decide. You guys wanted like 2 or 3 portfolios. You can do that too. If you have amazing work, they'll bring it to the front and they'll say, this is my standout. And then our 6 industry professionals will say, you know what, these out of those 6 are the top 4. You are a bit of a star here tonight, and you will get awarded a silver Behance coin. Some of you have seen it online already. And it's sort of like your silver or gold medal to say, that goes in my portfolio, I won this. And last year, or last May when we did it, Behance actually retweeted and Pinterested, I think Sam, one of our students, around the world. 500,000 followers got to see our Auckland guy win his coin. So that's what will happen. But we also have these silver appreciation stickers, and I'll divvy those up, a couple for each of our industry professionals and our staff that are here. And essentially, if you've used Behance, you know how you can push the blue appreciate button? Well, this is the physical one. And I had in my mind that people would care for these beautifully and stick them on their work and use it as a badge. But in May, one student had them stuck all over him, so I don't know if they liked his work or they were just hitting on him, but essentially that's what that's for. Stick them anywhere you like on your favourite work. So I'll divvy those up as the reviews start. So I've got a bit of a countdown. It's 6:15 now. At about 7:15, 7:16, we'll stop and we'll choose the top 4. Don't be nervous, don't be shy. Rock up to these desks and say, hi, I'm so-and-so. Can you talk to me about my work? So at table 1, we're going to have Manuel. He's just running a little bit late. We're waiting on him at the moment. And Manuel has a wealth of experience. He's now working at Ogilvy in Mather, New Zealand. And so he is just a great friend of the college, and he'll be here with you tonight. Over in the corner here, if you want to talk to Joshua Yap, Josh is down the back there with the styly glasses on. Josh is also a really good friend of us here at Yoobee. Most of the students know his work because everybody goes ooh ah at the Darth Vader poster over on the wall there. That's Josh's work, which was his first project, and it freaked everybody out. It's like, he's amazing! And it's like, yeah, he's Pretty good. Over here we've got Laura from Designstein. She is the design director, and she's joined us last time in May, and she asked to come along tonight as well and help us out. So where is Laura at the moment? She's probably down the back somewhere. She'll be, there we go, over there. So Laura will be at this desk here. If you'd like to speak to her about your work, you're more than welcome. So, a couple more people to introduce. I've got a bit of a list here. We've got Clinton, and Clinton is from Clan Mouse, which is just the coolest name. I had to read that a couple of times. So I promised everybody that we would have someone here with a really new sort of technology spin on things, and Clinton is our digital publishing expert. So he's come in and taught a bunch of the staff and some short courses in digital publishing for the iPad using InDesign. So if you want to go over there and say, where do I start? What do I need to know? Go and talk to him. Okay, so that's Clinton, Manuel, Josh. We have Libby as well. Libby Sinclair over here is a good friend of ours, goes way back with Natcol and Yoobee, and we're really pleased that you came along tonight, Libby, really appreciate it. Libby's got a wealth of experience internationally, has worked at DNA, and also, we were just having a great chat before, she said, oh, you're going to embarrass me, gold medal winner for the Best Awards, which I think the story was you found out the day before that it was happening, and then we saw it on Facebook, and we were like, woo, we know her. So that's pretty sweet. And Jordan, we've also got Jordan. Now, Jordan, I'm going to start with the end of your introduction. You said you were a Canadian who's passionate about making visuals. So that's really good. I have to ask, are you an ice hockey fan?
Hockey fan.
So-and-so.
Oh. I'm a bigger rugby fan.
Rugby fan, alright.
Rugby.
That's alright. I have to ask every Canadian if they're a hockey fan. And Jordan is a compositing technical director for the last 4 years and a 3D artist before that. And I love the word passionate in there, so hopefully that can come across to our students as well. So that's Manuel, Josh, Laura, Jordan's going to be here, Clinton's over there in the hall, and we will put Libby, I think, to the left as well. Some people will want to use computers. You can log into your Behance network if you like, but over in the hallway there, we don't have any computers at the moment, but if you want to see some digital publishing, we can move some stuff around and move Clinton as well. So, let's get started. Get yourself set up. Industry pros, if you want to go to your table, start reviewing the work, and we'll finish in about an hour. Ask any questions you like. We also have a bunch of design tutors here as well to ask any questions about your work as well. Great. Get to it, guys.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, is there any? I know I don't have any like pictures of my mock-ups or anything. That was at the time I put it together. I didn't have any photos cut yet.
Yeah, we'll do.
But I mean, is there any sort of things about it?
I have a browser.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's nice. Yeah. Mix of you're a bit of an illustrator, aren't you?
I try.
Yeah, this is dry shampoo. I don't know if you did, but it's a very close thing. You could do an AD brief, but we didn't actually do it. We got it after.
This is for an assignment we're currently doing, and so I'm responsible for the moderating. So feel free to go around.
Last man standing gets to go next. Oh yeah, pretty cool. The pieces, I mean, it's actually pretty long, but it just goes through from anything from how many user can tap tattoo, like Photoshop, some of that stuff, and just made a multi-purpose, like a multi-tactical advertising campaign. So it goes across all three. So you have like magazine, web, and then yeah, so like magazines and web. So trade ads as well as smaller ads for the web, so banners and square ads on the side.
So you're telling me that this is using I don't know. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm not a user, so I don't know. You tell me.
No, but I don't think the look per se, but I think the story and the narrative behind the campaign was, well, I hope it is, yeah. So I really like that North American aesthetic, but I wanted like a subject matter that was actually a bit kind of Kiwi too. So I was like a really neutral, empty landscape. I thought this kick artists like the Chino goggles, and I thought that was quite like a strong aesthetic, so I introduced that. The other thing was that
it's just been the 60th anniversary of the Hillary Copy Everest and stuff too, so I want to kind of link that all around it.
We feel like maybe some close-ups like obviously I can't all fit in this, but it's nice to scroll down and see the close-ups. I really love all the detail and illustration here. It's nice you've got the close-ups of it as well.
White in Photoshop to make the back white.
Oh, I like it. It looks quite realistic as well, which is nice.
Like you guys are year 2 soon, so are you, does this happen in 2 years? Or?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
Okay.
I think it's gonna tell you what your style is.
These are probably sort of more typical, so this is a children's photograph.
So there's you? Yes. Is that your illustration? Yes. That's really cool, man. You definitely have an eye for shadows and coloring. That's really cool. So did you do the ads as well? Yes, everything was designed. That's a cool movie. That's cool. So you did all of these as well? Yeah. The flip, man, that is just like a lot of cool.
Sort of concept art storyboarding. I think storyboards. So typically you have sort of more if it was actually almost.
So you painted all of these lines. Those pixels actually remind me of MS Paint. Spray, you know Microsoft Paint, like when you need the spray can to scatter the pixels.
Yeah, all of this is literally that's what it is. This is the actual conversation. And then someone will call you and what are your charges? I was like, great guy.
Yeah, that one is extremely embarrassing because I got my mum to check it over for me. I'm like, Mum, I cannot make a mistake. Hopefully she's the flag and the ribbons. So good. It's awesome. And it's also done in that sort of. I went for a picture of a mid-fly.
You have those words, but the words don't help me. They you're making your beautiful shots less beautiful. And if you want to put words, put it. Just pick one font and stick to it. Don't push that there, but push it further. So how do you tell a story? Remember about telling a story. Is there an introduction? Is there a middle? Is there an end? Nevertheless, make a story.
Just illustrated, and I got like a series of like stripes and stuff to like masks. Yeah. Technical things. Like I kind of just like broke the tie, skewed it, and then like I kind of just made a series of stripes and then put a mask over the top.
That's unique. This is not unique. You need to be where you know your strength plays, because people don't have that. Everybody that can use InDesign can pull themselves in design, but not everyone can pull themselves up. Children speaking to, and not everyone can pull themselves a particular style of children. So, like, bring that here. Sit at home, work on that, draw, practice, and build your portfolio. If you want to do graphic design, fine. But if it doesn't have you in it, because you need to search yourself for now. For now, define yourself.
That is pretty much the end of the 1 hour timeline. It's a bit of a loose timeline. We went about 5 or 10 minutes longer. Last time we ran this, I was really worried, like, oh, this hour's taking forever. Tonight, it totally flew past, probably because I wasn't watching the clock tick away nervously in the background. Thanks again for coming along to this thing. It's a great amount of people, and I've seen some of our graduates, and we've got guests here from, I think, Idaho in the States, been in New Zealand for a week, you know, and I really appreciate you coming along to these events. It's a great way to get in touch. feel free, you can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Behance, join some of our Facebook groups, and let's get the interaction happening. Even if it's on Behance, you can create inner circles in there and talk about your work. You can have works in progress, and it's just a great way to stay in touch. But seeing some of you walk away from the industry pros, I see you walk away all shy, and you've got a silver sticker on your chest, or 3 silver stickers pulled out of your pocket. It's a great thing to see, and that's why we run this. It's for you guys to get feedback from someone else who's not your tutor. Now, last time I ran this, it made it seem like, or I made it seem like it was a bit of a competition, and it is. But I like seeing the best of the best, and I love the fact that somebody can be acknowledged for their hard work and their talent. So what I'm going to do is ask our industry professionals to bring up their strongest, their favorite, their strongest portfolios. We'll bring it up to this table here, and we're doing it at the front here because then we can have some show reels here from Jordan if he likes. And then I'll ask the judges to spend a few minutes deciding what they think are the strongest 4. It doesn't mean everyone else loses, it's not about that. But I think what is a good chance, or a good opportunity to take here, is see why these are the best. And I might get one of the industry professionals or anyone who wants to speak, they can tell us why they chose what they chose. And it's something to aim for when we run this again. It'll probably happen in May. So we'll just give the industry professionals a chance to bring forward their favourite portfolios. Everyone else, there's a little bit of sort of crackers and dip and chips left. Feel free, look around at what everyone else is doing, and then in a few minutes' time we'll decide who the top 4 coins recipients are. So, industry pros, if you want to bring the work up. Sorry guys.
And motion graphics, so basically the work of making visuals from scratch, and also taking, I don't know, motion graphics and Yoobee, it's more like generative design, motion design, essentially. So, that's great. It's 2 minutes long. Is that another student? Huh? Is this another student? Yeah, no, this is Christian right here. Oh, that's great. Good job, man. I like it, man. That's awesome.
Actual jobs as well.
Oh, man. Yeah. You're even coming up with like a solution to that. That's great.
Who's the person here? Only because of the history of well, you can choose one that doesn't have 2 designers. I'm going to say all of that decision actually because
I did like the variety of the motion graphics, like as a portfolio. Yeah, there was a graphic work, creative, commercial, retail.
Well, they talk about their work, your aesthetic,
I want to typeface you chose here.
So that's a lot. That's a lot. For sure. Okay. We told me on the last one. I know it's only the second time we've run this event, but that is by far the longest discussion between which one is the standout and why. I don't want to put someone on the spot, but how do you feel about saying what you think of the finalists, man? Once you're closest to me. Without saying who the winners are, I'll say that. But what do you think of just the level of the work and maybe who made the finals?
Well, what I would say is that if these people don't have a job, they can get it really easily. You know? So that's like, it's kind of like the parameter is like, can you sell what you make? Is it good enough to impress people? Make people talk about what you do, make people impress on what your skills are and what you think you want behind your execution. So
pretty good. I was listening into the discussions and it was this one. I vote this one. All right, you can veto me on that, but I would have stuck up for this. The work that went into it, and the word effort came up a lot. And there's a great sports quote, is that effort doesn't require any talent. If you try hard, you'll eventually get better. It's how hard you work. So I even was going to break the rules. I said, I've got 5 coins. If you can't decide, I've got 5. They said no. So that one's mine. That goes onto the wall. That goes onto the wall at Yoobee. It's double-sided. So, absolutely stunning work. Last year I didn't listen into all the feedback, and it's hard to sort of say these guys were the standout ones, but I'm absolutely blown away. Forgive me if I've spelt the names wrong, but I'll start with this one. The fabric one here is Jay. Is this you? Jay, so you're one of the coin recipients for today. Have a look at it. What I loved about the feedback, my favorite part of feedback was people pick it up and they went, that's hard. That's hard to do. And some of the feedback was, what if it was in a book? Would it be as good? Yes, it would. So that's why, wonderful. Frame that as a CV piece, I think. The more we run this event, I think this will become so sought after. I passed it around over there and I made sure I got them back. The biggest debate was actually the motion graphics 3D side of things. That's why we set up these computers. It's not just about print. If you go to Behance Network, it's video, it's fashion, it's photography, like I keep saying. So there is some stunning, it's given it away here, the name's up on the screen, stunning motion graphics over here. And I think that was killing it or something. I think Manuel might have said, you might have said it's sick or it's killing it. Yeah. So I think, forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, Kristen Rodriguez, is that correct? Frame that stuff. Lovely. Okay, next two. Gotta be honest, a little bit close to my heart. I know these people, I talk to them all the time. It's not rigged, I promise. But this student stayed with us. And you can see from the start that they were that student that, right, we've got to remember Joe Mitchell, we've got to remember him, he's going to stand out. And I think when he went on to Interactive, you stood out. And then you went and worked for Kerry Clark and you stood out. And then I saw on Behance the other day that it said that you were freelancing a lot more. And I saw that because it stood out. So, Joe Mitchell, you are amazing. Alright, this was the best reaction of the night. This student walked away, and they're currently a student, they finish in 2 weeks' time. And when they got some feedback, they came away and they were glowing. They were red, they were sheepish, and they said, that's the best feedback I've ever got. It's just a shame he's a Buffalo Bills fan. Matt Klaus. So there he is, he's glowing again. So it was really, really hard to choose, and I think you see the silver stickers that go onto everything. People are wearing them. Someone got 5 stickers, someone got 7. It doesn't mean that that's going to be chosen for the finals necessarily, but it means that someone thinks your work stood out, and that's why it's so subjective, isn't it? Different aesthetics, different styles, but something that came up a lot was how you present yourself, and that's what it came down to at the end. How did you talk about it? This person wasn't very confident. This person was really confident. Ooh, that's why they got through. Is it an iPad? Is that the best way to do it? This time, probably not. So what I think you should all do before you go home, because I know it's 8 o'clock now, but have a look at the finalists and then think about which one you think stands out. Thanks again for coming along. I won't keep you any longer, but if you've got any questions, if you want to grab the industry people, or maybe email them because they've come here after a long day at work. Thanks to Manuel for always coming along. Really appreciate your work. Thank you, Laura, from Design Star, coming along. Laura emailed me saying, I want to be here again. Yeah. Joshua, yeah, bit of a rock star here at Yoobee, so thanks, mate. Jordan as well for coming along. Really appreciate it. Need to get more always great good to catch up with you, Matt. And digital publishing, mate, check it out. So, I think they can follow you on Twitter as well and talk about stuff, watch what you're doing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Alright. I will put the names and stuff for everybody. And last but certainly not least, Libby, thanks so much for coming along. If you want to know how to win a gold medal, I'm so hyper aware of what I'm to say. Thanks very much, guys. If you want, still some chips, still some dip left. Other than that, really appreciate it. We'll talk about it tomorrow for the students that study with us. If not, thanks very much.